What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so this is going to be a long one here because I'm going to change up the format a little bit for my review video, or for my uniform review video. I'm actually going to be going over all three of the new uniforms in this video to see if you prefer that, opposed to having each uniform as its own individual video, and then, I won't stagger the releases as much because then they get released throughout the day, whereas this will just be one big video for you to, look at and see for my opinion on all three uniforms. And at the end, I'll give you kind of my opinion on which uniform I think is the best. There'll be timestamps below if you want to see when I start reviewing each uniform, so you can just skip ahead to whichever uniform you prefer. But I also want to do something different on this video here is I want to request that you guys actually do some comments on this video, because I want to see if the comments for my videos are just like disappearing on all of my videos, or if it's just my giveaway videos. Because if you watch the last two giveaway videos that I did, about half of the comments that people tried to post just disappeared. Like, they wouldn't actually post on the video, and I couldn't see the comments on the comments section of the video. I can only see it as a notification that I get via an email telling me that someone has posted a comment. So for this video here, I would like you to either answer one of my questions throughout the video. I'm probably going to say, do you like this format better, where I have all three uniforms in the singular video, or do you prefer if I have each uniform as its own individual standalone video? If you don't answer that one, maybe just let me know what uniform you bought out of these three, or if you're waiting for a different one or something like that. But please, I'd like to try to get a few comments on this video just to see if I'm having this issue on all the videos, or if it's just my giveaway ones for some reason, if the YouTube algorithm is just not happy with giveaway videos, or what's going on. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the reviews here. So we have three new uniforms for the Eternals update here. We've got Sersi, Makkari, and Ikaris. So I guess we'll just start off with Sersi here. She's the first one on the list. So here we have her eternal look. So changing up quite a bit here in terms of the look. We got a full color scheme change, which I like the change because, as you may have heard from some of my other videos, I'm a big fan of the color green. So I love green outfits, green eyes, all that kind of stuff. So let's see what we got for the uniform. So it enhances the effects of the skill Eternal Cleansing and Cosmic Focus, which is her tier 2 passive and her 4-star passive. And then she gets to apply to self increase recovery rate by 30%, and decrease all damage received by 30%. So that's pretty nice. All right, so now we've got 4 skill changes, but 2 of those are her passives, so we only have 2 actual skill changes. We have the 3rd skill here, which I don't actually know what has changed on this. I don't think there's anything that's changed except for the animation, because the heal, I believe, was there, and I believe that's the same amount of accumulation that she had. It's still accumulation of damage received, not damage dealt, so that didn't change. And then the 4th skill, again, I think they're all just changes to the animations. I could be wrong, since I, of course, didn't double check before doing this, but I'll probably check that a little bit later. So let's go ahead and hop into the skill preview and see what the 2 new skill animations look like. Alright, so our first skill is going to be the same. Second skill is going to be the same. I believe the color of the beams have just changed. I think they were purple before, and now they're yellow right here, or orange, or like a yellowish orange. 3rd skill. So this is one that's changed. Okay, so we got a little more going on with the 3rd skill now. This is going to be the skill that gives us our accumulation, so it's a good thing it's not an iframe, which it never has been. Okay. 4th skill. 4th skill has changed quite a bit. It's a lot shorter of an animation here. And then we get, is that a train? What is that? Bus? Maybe it's a bus. And then the 5th skill should have stayed the same. So yeah, it's the same 5th skill. But now I think, before we went like 5 into 4, I believe, for the rotation. I don't play Sersi too much, so I'm not too familiar with the rotation, but now I think we're going to do 3, 5, and then, or not 3, 5, 3, 4, 5. Because you can instant cancel 4 and still get that bus there. But you might want to let the 4th skill play out. So if we do this, then we're not in an iframe, so we could actually get some accumulation going, which would be nice. would like to work that skill in as well, which I don't think I'm going to be able to work all of those skills in for a regular damage proc. So we're probably going to want something like a rage on her. We're going to need an activation to really take advantage of that. But yeah, overall, I do like the changes because now we have an easily cancelable skill right here. You can instant cancel it and still get the damage. And it gives you the option of proccing on that skill, I think, if you want. How long is the... Yeah, it seems like a long enough animation, so I like the 2 changes to the skills, but let's see if that's going to actually translate to more damage and if it's going to be still like an easy play style, which I have to correct me in the comments. Was she really easy to play with a damage proc? Because I never really played her much outside of when she was first released. So I'm going to be getting this uniform so we can go ahead and test it out. So now we're just going to do a quick comparison of the base kit here versus the uniform to see what that can do. So we're going to hop over to some world boss for that. Let's hop on over here, go over to Cole, stage 50 to test out. And did it auto equip the uniform? Yeah, it auto equip the uniform. So let's get a base reading here of her with her base look here. So let's hop on in. And again, if you don't want to see all the testing here, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the next uniform if you'd like. The timestamp will be in the description below. So yeah, let's see what Sersi can do here with her base kit. I've already forgotten what kind of damage she does. I know we want the accumulation, so let's do... I believe for her you need to proc 1 skill, let that go, and then get our accumulation, get hit a few times, and then go into the rotation, right? Now that damage... Oh, we missed the proc. Let's see, the damage wasn't great, but we missed the proc. All right, let's get hit. Damage is still not great. I know she can do more damage than that, so we're definitely not getting the full accumulation. But anyway, we have a idea of what her damage looks like there. Again, I don't really play her much, so I'm sorry if I have her rotation wrong or if I'm not playing her well enough to get the actual accumulation going. But let's try with the uniform here, because even if I try the same style, if I get the accumulation with this uniform, that will just lead me to believe that it's a little bit easier to get the accumulation, which will be a positive note for the uniform here. So let's see what we got. All right, so we still want 3. So let's see if we can do this without that was definitely more damage. Okay, so that was with the 4th skill, so we're getting hit during the 4th skill. So now what if we try to... Oh, whoops, I did the same thing. I meant to do a different rotation there, so hold on. I want to proc on the 5th skill this time, so let's do... Ooh, that is more damage. We got a little bit of accumulation there. I don't know if we got to our max accumulation, but so staggering the skills might still be the way to go. So we might still want to do this here as our first rotation. And then we wait for our skills to come off of cooldown. We pop this. He's still charmed. Wow, that charm lasted a lot longer. Is the charm increase in duration this time? Because normally the charm wore off a lot quicker. So actually I do like 3, 5, and then 4. But still, it's not as much damage. Alright. Charm, wear off, please. Thank you. I don't know. That one time I got more damage with the 5th skill, but we probably had more accumulation going. Oh, this... Okay, there we go. Now we got more damage with the 4th skill. So I kind of like that rotation. I would like to be able to work the 2 in there, but I don't know how we're going to do that. So let's try... this. No, let's do... stop it. Let's do this. That was a bit more damage. Okay, so we could do 3, 2, 5, 4. I keep delaying the cancel a little bit, so you want to cancel those very, very quickly. Oh, there we go. That looks better. All right, so with the uniform, I definitely think she's more damage proc friendly, just based off that little bit of testing and gameplay that I did right there. It seemed a lot easier to get her accumulation. Her damage seemed a lot more consistent for me to, you know, cancel the skills more reliably. So you know what, I'm happy with her uniform. I definitely think that's a good upgrade for her. So Sersi's uniform, I think I would recommend that one. If you like playing Sersi, I do think that's a good upgrade. Of course, I don't have her transcended to see what kind of damage she can do with a transcended skill or to test her out against Nolan Mephisto, but you know, based off what I'm seeing here, I think she definitely has potential. She's got healing. She does have iframe to fall back on if you really need to, and I think that was invincibility, or was that just because we weren't getting guard broken? So I think she had invincibility as well, or am I mistaken on that? Where was it? Yeah, she had invincibility, so I definitely like this uniform. So now we're going to move on to the next uniform, which is, who is the next uniform here? We got Makkari. All right, so here's Makkari, which is the new character. So don't really have a baseline to go on because I don't know how good she is without the uniform. So I can't really tell if the uniform is going to be a big upgrade for her or not. I don't have her unlocked, so I can't try her out in any War Boss Ultimate. So I'm basically just going to be going off of the skill preview here. So the uniform effect here is whenever she uses Hurricane Dash, she is going to get a 10% heal, which is already really good. Oh, I never went over Sersi's tier 2 passive and 4-star passive, did I? Already getting everything mixed up here. I'm trying a new format out and I already messed stuff up. But she is going to be a support now for Eternals. So she's going to apply both her 4-star passive and her tier 2 passive to all Eternal allies. She's going to give all attack 30%. And then she's also going to be giving supervillain damage 30% and decreased damage received by 30%. So that's actually really nice. I really like that passive. And then her 4-star passive here, again, applied to all Eternals, is going to be a debuff removal. 12 seconds on an 18-second cooldown. So she's looking very, very good as a support. And it seems like she's going to have some really nice damage as well. So yeah, I definitely like the uniform even more now because of those changes to her passives. So now we're on to Makkari here. So Makkari's uniform bonus, as I mentioned, because we're going back and forth here, is going to be a 10% heal there, and I believe that is just on her 3rd skill here. So 3rd skill has the accumulation on it, and none of these have changed in terms of the text here. So she has the damage immunity, she has the same amount of accumulation with or without the uniform. So let's just hop into the skill preview here and take a look at her skills. So we only have 3 and 1 has changed. 1 is a weird change because are we really going to be using this skill? Was there an actual reason for them to change the skill? Is this something that's actually useful in her skill rotation? I don't really know. I don't think, I mean, it's a cool looking skill, but I don't really see myself using this in her skill rotation. Maybe if I ever on like a CTP of Rage and I can actually get through all of her other skills, then I'll just pop this one maybe to get a little bit of distance between me and the boss, but that's about all I can think of for that one. So 2nd skill is going to be the same for all of her looks here. Okay, we got a nice little sand tornado going on here. That looks pretty cool. Definitely like the animations so far. And then the 3rd skill, we got some running around the world dashing going on here. This skill looks like it's going to hit really hard. I would like to proc on this skill, but I don't know. Is this going to be the skill that we proc on? It definitely looks like it has a lot of potential. And then the 4th skill, a very short kind of dash going on here. This one you can cancel, so you can instant cancel this and you just get like the initial dash right there, and that's pretty much it. And now the 5th skill. So we just kind of do like a running vortex here. So how many hits was that? 132, and then what do we get here from this? Ooh, that's a lot more. 132 versus 235. Because initially I was thinking you just pop the 3 for accumulation, and then you do 4, 5, and just proc on 5 if you're going to have a damage proc. So you just kind of go something like that to get everything going. But 3 might be hitting a lot harder than 5. Does 5 give me any buffs? What was 5? Increase basic damage 100% for one attack, and we get invincibility and paralysis. So maybe we want to do... the 4 would probably mess that up, because I don't think we can instant cancel and still get the one attack. So we can't do like something like that. Oh wait, did we get the one attack? We did. Interesting. Maybe we do 5, 4, 3. Boom, boom, boom. How about that? I think it's probably going to be one of those two. Let me know in the comments below what skill you think is going to be the best one to proc on, the 5 or the 3. Yeah, hopefully when I unlock her, I'll be able to try her out, but that's actually going to take a while for me because I stupidly did not read the epic quest when I went into it, and I accidentally selected Sersi's epic quest, so I have to go all the way through her epic quest before I can even get over to Makkari here. So that means I'm going to have Sersi awakened at some point here when I get through that awakened the epic quest, so then I could try her out with that. But anyway, I mean, the uniform looks good. Do I think it's going to be worth it versus the other one here? It depends on the damage of the 3rd skill, because if we go back here and then we check out her base look, if we go ahead and grab that, the 3rd skill doesn't really do much with this one here. We just like pop up right here, we do a little bit of an explosion, but it definitely does not look like it's going to be a hard-hitting skill. Whereas with the uniform, that skill looks like it's going to do some serious damage. And then 1st skill, I mean, again, I don't really see the 1st skill being used, so I'm not sure why they decided to change that skill. So it's all down to the 3rd skill. If the 3rd skill does massive damage with the new uniform, which I think it will, then I definitely think the uniform is worth picking up. If it doesn't, then you could probably get by with this look, but she has no healing with this look. She does have healing with the uniform, and that could be a pretty big deal as well. So I still kind of like the uniform more than her base, but I mean, that should be expected. The uniform is supposed to be an upgrade. It seems like an upgrade, but I can't actually test the character, so I can't tell you for sure. So that is going to be Makkari. So now let's move on to Ikaris here, the big boy that gets the tier 3. So here's our new tier 3 with Ikaris. He has got his Eternals look here. He's looking a bit like he's been sitting around. He's lost a bit of muscle mass. I don't know. He doesn't look as beefy. So yeah, let's check out what he's got going on. So he's got decreased all damage received by 25%, increased chain hit damage by 10% when attacking. We have 2 skill changes here, the 3 and the 4. So we've kind of got a theme going on here. Don't hit the microphone. All of the Eternals are getting 2 skill changes. For him, he's got his accumulation, which he's always had. He's got the paralysis. So I don't think any of these are changing in terms of the effects of the skill. Still minus 50%. He's still got his invincibility. So yeah, none of these effects seem to be changing. So let's hop in and see what the animations look like. All right, so again, it's only 3 and 4. So let's see, we got our animations here, here. Yes, all this will be the same. So let's see what 3 is. Okay, so we have more of a vortex going on here with 3, and then we have none of the flying or dashing around. And then what's the other one? 4? What's the other change? Okay, so we've got... Okay, I've got movement going on there. Was he able to move before that? I don't think he was able to. And then 5's the same. Yeah, and 5's the same. So let's see. Go back to... Whoops, not uniform. Go back to default to go over to him. And you couldn't move with this before, could you? Oh, no, you could. So the beam is smaller for this look here. So he's got more area with the uniform. So that's good. Oh, he just does a punch. I thought he did like a short kind of dash like this after he did the explosion. I don't know. There's not much of a change going on here. Very similar. The main change is just like a bigger beam here, probably more hits. I don't know. I'm not convinced that his uniform is actually going to be doing a lot for him. But for the sake of testing it, we'll go ahead and buy his uniform here just because I want to be sure. So let's go ahead and get his uniform. Boom, there we go. So we got his uniform. So now we're going to hop back over to World Boss Ultimate here. We can do the same thing because we've already got everything set up. But now we're going to go ahead and remove his uniform, see what kind of damage we do, and then we'll pop on that uniform and see if we see a noticeable difference or not. He also has a regular damage proc on him, so I don't have a CTP or anything like that. It's a very low one because I don't really play Ikaris much either. I didn't really do much with either Ikaris or Sersi when they first came out. So Sersi had a better damage proc. She had a 180 proc. Ikaris here just has a 120 proc, so pretty low. And I don't think he is damage proc friendly. I always found it very difficult to proc with him. You kind of just need to do this and just proc on the 4th skill. And then maybe just use the 5th skill for a little bit of downtime here. And what were his cooldowns? Yeah, his cooldowns were like really bad as well. So we're not really doing much here with Ikaris, but that's kind of what I remember. I just remember him being very underwhelming when he first came out, and I was like, he doesn't seem very good. So let's go ahead and pop on the uniform, see if I notice a big difference or not. But honestly, it didn't seem like those skill changes were very substantial, so I'm not expecting to really see a noticeable difference. He's getting some chain hit damage, so I mean, that's good, but I mean, that's about it. What, he's probably going to do like 15%, 20% more damage with the uniform? I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe I'll be surprised here. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing. Let's just pop that. See, the 4th skill definitely hits harder. Maybe I'm not playing him right. Did he have any buffs on his 2nd or 1st skill? I don't remember that. Okay. I mean, the damage, like I expected, is very similar with the uniform. So yeah, I'm not very impressed with Ikaris's uniform. So I'm thinking maybe all of his buffs are coming from his tier 3. So his tier 3 is probably going to hit like really hard or something. What do we got here? 80% chance to penetrate. We got 7 seconds of invincibility. We got increased damage by 50% for 1 attack. So yeah, I think everything is going to be coming from his tier 3. Oh, he's got ignore dodge on the 2nd skill, which I never leveled that up. Does that ignore dodge go up? No, it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not impressed with his uniform. I like Sersi's uniform. I like Makkari's uniform. Ikaris here, I mean, the leader of the Eternals, I don't know. I think you got the worst of the upgrades here. Let's go back to the skill preview here. Just see what his tier 3 looks like. See if maybe that's where I'm thinking all the damage is. Let's go ahead and build that up really quickly here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so we got a tier 3 ready to go. Let's see what we can expect from damage. Okay, okay. Looks like a long enough animation that we can get some serious damage in there. And boom, just blast them away. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking all his damage is going to be in this tier 3, but you don't need his uniform for the tier 3. You're getting that tier 3 skill when you tier 3 him, not when you get the uniform. So honestly, I think you can skip his uniform. I mean, let me know in the comments below if I'm doing something really wrong here while playing Ikaris, if his uniform actually is a noticeable upgrade. But for me, I'm not noticing much. I definitely regret buying the uniform, but I wanted to get it just to do the comparison here so I can make sure that I'm giving you a more accurate information about him. So out of the update, I think I like... well, maybe it's a little biased, Sersi, because I could actually play her. I haven't been able to play Makkari against an actual boss, so that could be why. But right now, I'm thinking Sersi's uniform looks the best. Makkari here, though, does look like she's going to be very strong with the uniform. So I think both of those uniforms are actually really strong contenders. I mean, everyone has access to Sersi right now, so I definitely think that that's going to be the easier pick out of them, and then you have to wait to get Makkari anyway, so you might as well wait for Black Friday when all the uniforms go on sale. You could just get it then instead of buying it now, because then maybe you'll have her unlocked. Maybe there'll be more people that have actually played her to see how good she is with her base kit here, or they could have, you know, said people bought the uniform now and then they'll be able to show what she looks like with the uniform after they've unlocked her. But right now I don't really have much to go on in terms of how good she actually is. In terms of the uniform versus her base kit, I do think the uniform is an upgrade, so I will say that, but how well she'll do in World Boss Ultimate, that I don't know. So that's gonna be it for this video here. Let me know if you like this format better, just having a long video with all of the uniforms in it, or if you liked having these separate videos for each uniform. I'm curious to know about that. And again, please comment on the video just so I can see if the comments are actually coming through, or if YouTube really is having a problem with all of my videos and not just like the giveaway videos, or, you know, and just other select videos. Because even when I did the update video about my giveaways, it was blocking some of those comments as well. So I just want to get a little more information here to maybe figure out what's going on. But as of right now, I am going to be changing how I do the giveaway unless YouTube themselves actually tell me they have fixed the problem and give me some confidence there. If not, I'm going to be trying a different method for the giveaway. But that's going to be it for this video here. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.